Hey, witches!
Hi, hello, and welcome back.
I literally about started coughing like right as I was saying, hey, witches. So just bear with me tonight, y'all. Bear with me. I will try to mute if I'm gonna cough, but
I'll fill the awkward silence.
I haven't been too
I
bad today, but
Everyone at work is so sick, and I'm like, you know what? I'm saging the
bruh,
fuck out of my house when I get back. Like, my boss has the flu. My cashier today had, um, I wouldn't say he has the flu, but he was definitely like super stuffy, like he had a cold. And by the time he left, like you could tell he was just not feeling it. And he was hot to the touch. And oh God, I was like, listen,
get
I
out.
am down. Yeah, like I was like, y'all need to stay the fuck away from me. I have no insurance till the beginning of the year.
Right.
So like y'all gotta go away.
I know.
And it
So
was
one of my
God.
coworkers last week, it was Wednesday. She's sitting there eating her lunch and she said, I can't taste this. Bitch, get out. Get the fuck out.
Go away. I don't need you in my
Get
life.
out. Like out. And she ended up testing and tested negative, but I was like, get out. And then I have a student that show up to school today with a mask on and I'm like, what you doing?
Why are
And
you doing like
he,
this?
he says he was out Thursday and Friday last week, so it kind of makes sense. But he said he had COVID and I was like, fabulous. So I wear a mask all day. I know it doesn't really protect me a whole lot, but I also have this like weird scratchy cough and I'm like, I don't have any tests right now, so I need to get one to make sure I don't have COVID
You're like, fuck,
because
no.
these grubby children and people that I work with have germs everywhere.
Have everything, yeah.
Yeah,
The
gross.
I know, I was sitting there today like, holy shit. And like the registers went down, so we had like one register running. We had somebody try to pay in a check and refused to pay in a credit card or even a card. But like our machine wasn't printing, and then register 3 wasn't turning on, and it was just me and this other person. And then one manager was like, well, I hate to leave you like this, but you're going to. So like don't say I hate to do this when you're going to. Like there's no choice. You have hours. Like fuck you. So that was wonderful, and everyone's fucking sick, and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm I'm going home. I don't know what is in the air. I don't know what is in the sky. I'm going to go use my new sage bundle that I got. That is ethically sourced. Thank you very much to White Willow Trading Company. But I'm going to use it, and I'm going to clean my
Wild stuff.
everything.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Plus, it's just going to help my anxiety, so why not? I just hope I don't cough because it's like right in front of my face.
I don't know what just happened. I don't know if I lost connectivity or what happened, but I didn't hear anything that you just said, which is fine. But hopefully that doesn't happen again.
uh, well, I heard you the entire time, but your internet is not looking too hot on my end.
What the hell? It's looking really good on my computer. Oy.
Yeah, yours is like back and forth between like red and yellow, and your face is
Well, what
a stank
the
face
fuck?
right now. You're like this, like
Oh,
questioning
wait a
your life
second.
decision.
Let's see if that helps. I had two irises open for some reason.
Who are you recording with? That's not me.
It was you. They were both you.
That's so weird.
I was just joining twice, apparently. Okay.
That's funny.
Well, anyway, today we're back to another Zodiac episode. It's Capricorn season. Um, which is December 22nd to January 19th, by the way. Capricorn. Brittany's a Capricorn. So that's my favorite Capricorn. Um, but don't worry, we'll talk about a shit ton of Capricorns that you may know, that you may have heard of. But the Capricorn symbol is the sea goat, which is pretty accurate and symbolic, which we'll talk about.
The symbol makes no sense though. Like when you
Yeah, I've
look at
never.
it, like
Yeah,
the line of it.
it's like a goat
It's
mermaid.
weird.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
like the actual
Yeah.
like yeah, fair.
Yeah, like it makes no sense. I'm like, what? What is this? Why?
You know, I don't know. But it's a sea goat. It's like a mermaid goat. Um which by the way, I'm going to go more in depth in all of these things. Like I'm going to list all of these different like symbolism things, like the color, the tarot card, the house, all of that, and then go back through and get a little more detailed with it. So it's a cardinal earth sign. The ruling planet is Saturn. It's found in the 10th house. Or it's the I'll go back to that, but it's associated with the 10th house. The mantra for a Capricorn would be I use. Body part is the knees. Colors are brown and khaki. And the tarot card is the devil. Wahaha.
She
Just
the
kidding.
devil. She a bad little bitch. She a rebel.
It's also a feminine sign. I don't know if I said that or not. Listen, y'all, this is gonna be a wild ride tonight because I have taken lots of cough medicine, and it's 2 days before a break right now at school. The day we're recording is 2 days before a school break. So them children are nuts. So just bear with me. Anyway, the 10th house is career, reputation, and goals. So Capricorn is focused on building an empire. Um, they play the long game and they want success. And typically they measure that success by um, like career status and money. They are ruled by Saturn, which means the zodiac is ruled by Saturn, which means it is tasked with the karmic duties of time, lessons, and authority. Capricorns tend to try to shoulder the weight of the world and take on everything and be everything for everyone. Um,
That
which
sounds like my
is
mom. What a Capricorn.
right. It's very that's why they're the sea goat or a goat because they are like they're not going to give up and they persevere much like a goat clinging to the mountainside. That's what the source said. Which, by the way, my source for most of this was astrology.com. So if you want to go read about it instead of listening, or in addition to listening, that's where you can find it. Capricorns are practical, realistic, and pragmatic. Sometimes to their detriment. They will be too realistic to where they're almost pessimistic. And are so dedicated to their goals, like it can be to the point of stubbornness. This stellar constellation, so the actual constellation of Capricorn represents the sea goat, and the mythology of that goes all the way back to the middle of the Bronze Age. So the Babylonians called the sea goat Ea, who was the protective god of water, knowledge, and creation. In Greek mythology, the sea goat has other connections. One was Amalthea, who nursed baby Zeus after he escaped being eaten by his father Kronos. Another tale in Greek mythology says Amalthea's horn was broken off and turned into the cornucopia. Um, I think this is another sea goat of Greek legend. Pricus? Probably Precus. I don't know. Greek is weird. Um, the father of a race of intelligent sea goats, so they're like, I don't know, humanoid, I guess, for lack of a better term. Um, so Prychus tried to protect his children, um, because they lost their ability to speak and think because they ventured onto dry land, and he tried to turn back time to avoid that, um, but eventually had to give up and lose all of his children, and that is why he was put into the heavens as the constellation of Capricorn. Um, which it said that sometimes that's maybe why Capricorn tends to be associated with like melancholy and sadness. Like they're very serious sign. Sorry. Um so Capricorn season, it begins on September, Jesus Christ. December 21st, which is around the winter solstice. Um the time of the day when the sun's heat and light are at their lowest and the night is outweighing the day. But from this days begin to slowly lengthen, um, representing the fourth and last seasonal pivot of the year, which I believe is why it's the fourth cardinal. Yes. But it also says that Capricorn's affinity for resourcefulness and preparedness is mirrored in the activities of the winter. So, like, people in the winter hibernate and conserve energy and conserve food for the winter. And that is kind of one of Capricorn's traits where they're like trying to save and always be ready for everything. It is the last of the four cardinal signs, like I just said. And the cardinal signs all hold elemental energy at the beginning of each season. So Capricorn season is the beginning of winter. Um, yeah. It is an earth element, which is the heaviest and most solid element. Ancient astrologers thought that it was the densest form of matter. That's since been, disproven, or however you want to say that. But of the four elements, it is the densest. So, um, yep. So, Capricorn was thought to be the nocturnal or night home of Saturn. Um, and being an ambitious and oh my Jesus Christ. I can say words.
Can you?
Being an ambitious and disciplined earth sign, Saturn comes in and gives it stern and authoritative functions, and these coming together make Capricorns practical, productive, and organizational. Like they're very, very human resources. Data
Did you hear that?
collection. I did. That was not mine. Oh my goodness, Lily.
That's not even Lily. That's
It's
Polly.
not? Is that one of the dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that's Polly. She roos.
All
That's how
right.
she says hello. She goes, "Roo." Honestly, that second one might have been Scarlet. She attempts to roo, but it sounds like a weird roo. Brandy, you just muted yourself.
I
Oh, because you
I was
coughed.
coughing.
Okay.
Now they're really barking. Is
Yeah,
William home?
Will just came in with some groceries and I put them in the
Okay.
bedroom, so they're really excited.
Mm,
They're like,
fair.
let me out. I've been in here all day.
Okay. The 10th house. So the astrology system has a 12-letter alphabet, and each zodiac rules one of those 12 houses. Um, and Capricorn rules the 10th house. Um, Capricorn is assigned the 10th house of public status and career, since Capricorn's earthy and ambitious pursuits are aligned with the concerns of this house. And since Capricorn is ruled by the planet of time and patience, it um, gives an analytical Saturnian subsignature to the 10th house. All of that to mean they're very analytical, logical, data driven, all of that. Um, Those with Capricorn as their rising sun or moon sign have a disciplined, masterful, and determined energy in the core of their personality. Um, they're going to be resilient and be resourceful, all of those things. They often over deliver on their promises and take their honor and public reputation very seriously. Capricorns tend to be old souls and considered in some ways to age in reverse, um, meaning mentally. A lot of the times they begin life and feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, that they have to do everything and um, be super disciplined and be everything to everyone. And eventually, um, they begin to learn to let go of that control and all of that. And humor is one of Capricorn's most underrated strengths. Um, a lot of the times they will use dark humor um, to combat their trauma or to get through the hard times. Occasionally, like I said earlier, um, Capricorns can become so focused on their goals that they become stubborn and relentless. Um, and they can like hold themselves to too high of a standard, like to unachievable standards, and then get mad at themselves when they are not meeting those standards. And sometimes, specifically if you have a Capricorn as a boss, they might be um almost a micromanager. Not all of them, so nobody be offended by that. Not all Capricorns are micromanagers, but they could be because they might expect their employees to have the same work ethic that drives them, not understanding that different people have different ways of doing things. Um, Capricorns can have trauma around lack, like they might have come from they either are lacking they're lacking something they need in their life, whether it be like the traditional meaning of the term, like they had not enough money or food or whatever as a child, might not have had enough love, they're missing something. Um and this can sometimes trick them into thinking that they'll never have enough of whatever they need. A lot of the times it's money. Um so as they go through life, they will hoard whatever that is that they think that they're not going to have enough of. Um Capricorns are typically good at managing material and human resources. They tend to like taking the lead in some capacity. Um, and they like to be challenged. Okay. Then compatibility. Um so Capricorn is an earth sign, and I'm not going to go through every zodiac. I'm just going to go through the different types of signs. Um Fire signs are like the hardest for Capricorn to relate to. Capricorn has that love of realism and like grounding and um, very data driven, and fire signs are volatile and impulsive, and they are not for Capricorn. Air signs are a great match for Capricorn in the business world. So like networking and professionally, Capricorns are um, compatible with air signs, but in real life, or like not real life, but like love life or friendships, Capricorn's going to find the air signs a little bit too breezy and like go with the flow to be able to truly depend on them. Water signs are complementary to Capricorn. They bring vulnerability and emotional intelligence, and with the serious, like professional side of Capricorn, those can like go well together. But earth signs are the most compatible with other earth signs. Taurus and Virgo have the greatest affinity with Capricorn, um, with stability, practicality, and efficiency being common traits in both of them. And then I went ahead and wrote down the Capricorn and Taurus um, compatibility because Brittany is a Capricorn and I am a Taurus.
Of course you would. I'm just kidding.
So it says that Capricorn and Taurus share many affinities and may especially connect over their enjoyment of fine food, wine, and sensual pleasures. Taurus draws the romantic lover out
Foodies.
of right. Taurus draws the romantic lover out of cool Capricorn, and the sea goat appreciates Taurus's supportive, dependable nature. They are sure to have a lot of fun together, which Capricorn needs to stay balanced. So there's that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
you hear that, Brittany? Don't be a workaholic.
right? Excuse me. Anyway,
I was like, why did it get quiet all of a sudden? Oh my god.
because I was over here dying. It's fine. Okay. In like the medicine or herbal side of things, so in classic Jesus fucking Christ, astrological medicine, the entire zodiac was mapped out on the human body. I think Emily talked about this in the Sagittarius episode a little bit. But Capricorn rules over the knees, skin, and connective tissue.
I did not.
Didn't you talk about the like liver or something?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I did. Sorry, okay. Yeah, I did. I was like, I did not. Sorry, extended it.
I was gonna say, I was pretty sure you did. But anyway.
Absolutely not. I forgot what I said 5 minutes ago.
She slept since then. It's fine. So being under Saturn's rule, anything firm or bony should be fortified and supported with minerals and supplements. Um, and in general, you're going to be prone, as a Capricorn, probably to stiffness, dehydration, and inflexibility. So those are things you need to work on and take motherfucker. I can't word today. Take like precautions, I guess. Like do things to make sure bad things don't happen to you in the future. Take your calcium and do some yoga. Capricorn's herbal allies are horsetail, which is rich in vitamins B, C, E, K, potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, and silica. which is good for building strong bones, teeth, hair, nails, and skin. Um, Rosemary is a natural remedy for Capricorn. Um, oh, it can be uplifting to your mood. And rosemary oil diluted in a carrier oil is excellent for massages, and the warmth of the rosemary will be soothing to like joints. And then the last herbal thing is St. John's wort. Um, it's going to also help sore and aching joints and muscles. And if you make it into a balm or as a tea, it can help fight low mood and depression. Then I
What were
know Emily
those?
talked about what?
What were those? What were those herbs again?
The first one was horsetail, second one was rosemary, and then St. John's wort.
Okay.
Okay, and then I
Make
know
it.
Emily
Make a
talked about
tea.
this. Yeah, out of
Oh,
the
okay.
St. John's wort, make a tea.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I talked about this. What is it?
I know Emily talked about this last week, about the deacons and the degrees in the houses. So if you get your birth chart in it, you get the circular one. Um, it's gonna have all 12 houses, and it's gonna have like degrees. So, um, Capricorn is the first 30 degrees of the circle, and and those are called deacons. The first deacon of Capricorn is Jupiter, ruled by Jupiter, which is 0 through 9, um, which is going to be more like friendly than we might typically suspect of um, a Capricorn. So if you're in the first deacon of Capricorn, um, you're going to be more optimistic and friendly, um, and more spiritually inclined. If you're in the second deacon of Capricorn, which is degrees 10 through 19, you're ruled by Mars. Um, so that's the planet of war. So you're going to be a little bit more, have more drive, more endurance, and be a little bit more ambitious. And then the third deacon of Capricorn is the sun, which is degrees 20 through 29. And that's going to bring confidence and ego. You're going to see the more social Capricorns here that have those strong leadership and management skills. And these are probably also where you're going to find most of your celebrity Capricorns. Not all, but they tend to be the more fame seeking ones, which we will talk about here in a few minutes. But first, we're going to talk about the tarot card. The devil. The tarot card that correlates to Capricorn is number 15, which is the devil. Remember, everyone, I feel that we've talked about this before, but the devil is not an automatically bad card. It does not have
It's like the
like,
tower.
yeah, it doesn't have like, it appears to be bad when you just look at it, but it's not actually bad.
Actually did a tarot reading the other day at work, and they were like, "Oh my god, I got the devil." I was like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Right. Chill. The death
Let's
card is
see."
also not bad. Like,
Yeah,
none of the cards are bad.
right. And I was like, "Hold on. Your death card, first of all, is in your past section. So like
Chill.
the devil is right here right now. So let's just kind of interpret as we go along." Okay? Thank you.
Right. Yes. So, um, the symbolism of the tarot of the death card or the devil card, Jesus, being for the Capricorn is kind of rooted in the past where ghosts were used as ritual sacrifices for the gods. And then over the years, the goat's magical association became misunderstood. So like because it was used for sacrifices and things like that, which was really like, I mean, it was all religions have done sacrifices, but a lot of the early Christianity was like sacrificing goats to appease God. Um, but it that gave a negative connotation to the goat,
That's
which
my favorite thing, though. If you sacrifice anything, you are seen as a heretic. You're a terrible witch. And I'm like, what?
have you read the Old Testament? Like what's happening?
Like,
What's happening
what do
here?
you think Jesus, or not Jesus, Jesus wasn't there yet. What do you think God asked the Egyptians? Do this or I take your firstborn son.
Right.
Do this or the Holy Spirit kills you. Like, excuse me? They even made
Right.
a movie about it. The Prince of Egypt.
There's
That
a
was a
oof.
damn good
Just
movie.
oof.
But like, excuse me. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Um so the that like nuanced connection has kind of connected the goat to the shadow side. Um which in that it has it in that there is a tendency to fall into vices, indulgences, or materialism, where or you could lose your freedom and become spiritually enslaved. um this is the devil card is coming to remind us of that tendency, so that Capricorns can check in on themselves and see what they've become attached to in an imbalanced way. It lets you the card draws awareness to what is in our shadow and what is controlling our habits and perceptions. So if you're getting this card as a Capricorn, you think you have it under control, but you need to be honest with yourself and dig deeper to reveal what you are not like what are you not doing for yourself? What are you neglecting? Um if Capricorn is your rising sign, which it is my rising sign. Um or wait, what does rising mean? Hold on, I just like overthought myself.
I
Rising is
am
your
not.
ascending, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's like one of your top three.
Yeah. Okay. My
Oh,
rising
I have
sign
Capricorn too.
is Capricorn. And your Capricorn rising means that Capricorn was a zodiac sign on the eastern horizon at the time of your birth. As Capricorn rising, you're ruled by Earth, and your ruling planet is Saturn, the planet of rules, structure, work, and determination. It's really funny that my rising or my ascendant is Capricorn. It's an Earth sign, and I am already an Earth sign, so I'm like doubling down over here. But then my moon sign is a water sign, so we're just all over the place. Anyway, now I've got some fun. I've got like probably 30, if not 40 people listed here of famous Capricorns. Um,
Oh man.
and one of them has a funny story. So, number
Ooh.
1 is Timothy Chalamet,
Huh.
who would be a great Samael, by the way. She's ignoring me.
I'm ignoring you on purpose.
Number 2 is Ice Spice.
You know, I hear a lot about her and I don't really know her.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I heard same though. Like, then Liam Hemsworth, Zayn, is it Malik or Malik? I don't know. The One Direction kid.
I think it's Malik.
Yeah. And then Lewis Tomlinson, also of One Direction. Dove Cameron, Kate Middleton, Blue Ivy Carter, Kate McKinnon,
Oh,
Kate
I love
Moss.
her.
Same. I want to see the Barbie movie so bad because I love Margot Robbie, but I also love Kate McKinnon. But apparently Kate McKinnon's not in it very much.
No, but I feel like
Um,
she is always the most chaotic character in any movie, and she's the chaotic character in that movie.
yeah, right.
Well, I don't know
Um,
how chaotic she is. She just looks it.
yeah. Um, Denzel Washington, Gabby Douglas, Greta Thunberg, Kit Harington, John Legend, Haley Williams, Jordan Sparks, Mary J. Blige, LeBron James, Nina Dobrev, Sade, Lin Manuel Miranda, Zoe Deschanel, Jim Carrey, Dolly Parton, and Michelle Obama. And then there's one more, and I have to. There's a story with this one that I thought
Okay.
was hilarious, so I had to type it in here. It's Eddie Redmayne, and so Eddie played.
It took me a
Um,
second. I was like, who the fuck is that?
yeah, I only knew who it
I
was
haven't
because there was a
seen
picture.
Oh, I haven't seen that name in so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, in anything.
So he played Stephen Hawking in Theory of Everything. And there was like, I don't know if it was an interview or if they were on the red carpet or what, but he met Stephen Hawking and he said,
Oh yeah, because he played him in a biopic.
yeah. So he's like, so this is what Eddie Redmayne said. He makes a big point in his books that he was born on the 8th of January, which is the date of Galileo's death. I said, "You're the 8th, and I was actually born on the 6th of January, so we're both Capricorns." And Stephen Hawking responded and said, "I'm an astronomer, not an astrologer," which I thought was funny. Because he's just so like, that's very him, I feel. Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. And those are some famous Capricorns. And then there's also Brittany, who is a Capricorn, and my favorite Capricorn. So
What a good time.
I felt like I have like 7 pages of notes. I don't know how I got through them that fast, so I feel cheated.
Honestly, you should feel accomplished.
That's true.
Because the last episode you did, you were like, I'm not even halfway through if we were sitting at this time.
That's true. Listen, there's a lot to shadow work, okay?
There really is, though. Honestly, I thought I had a lot for like the Sagittarius episode, and I'm sitting here like, God, this is so chaotic. Like, I'm flipping through and everything. And I'm sitting here like, I could have done that. I didn't even think about that.
Right? I know.
It's kind of
Well, and there
hard
was a
to
lot of
like
stuff that I ended up
find
leaving out
out.
because there's just so much.
Yeah. While you were talking about the charts and everything, I didn't think I had a Capricorn in it, but I do. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's within the house the 12th house is. So it's in Neptune and Uranus.
Well,
Uh
everyone's chart is going to have Capricorn in it somewhere, right? Like,
oh really? Oh yeah, because isn't it like 12 years or something like that?
they just might
Um
not be in like a prominent space.
yeah. So um so I have Neptune and Capricorn, and it rules dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. So it means that my entire generation finds inspiration through hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition. It says it's in your 12th house, meaning that for you, this manifests in your ideal, verging on unrealistic and impractical about privacy, secrets, and introspection.
Huh.
But Uranus in Capricorn, it rules innovation, rebellion, and progress. It's in Capricorn, meaning that other generations are shocked by your generation's sense of responsibility, seriousness, rationality, and hunger for power. Because we've been fucked over so long.
Bruh.
We have been shat on our entire life. So fuck you. It also says it's in your 12th house, meaning that for you, this manifests in rebellion against dated expectations about privacy, secrets, and interests.
That sounds right.
I feel like it's very contradicting. Maybe, okay, maybe the Neptune one, my ideal version of privacy, secrets, and introspection being unrealistic and impractical is contradicting to the norm. So then that makes sense for Uranus. That's I'm going out on the limb with that one though, because I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I would love to learn more though. And there's lots of free classes online. I just need to figure out which ones are legit. So,
Honestly, I think that's really hard with like it's not like the sky is blue because of these reasons kind of science. Like there's no rhyme
right.
or reason to it. It's all who has put in a lot of effort in studying this and understanding this and how can you
Different
tell that
different
this isn't a sham?
correlations and
Yeah. Because it's like you might have somebody who's like super well known for this, but they might not be great, but you're still going to pay like $200 to get what, like something that you think because it's been glamorized. And you might pass up like a road sign because they're just starting and that's all they can afford. And they're 10 times better than the shitty one, but they're, I don't know. It's really hard
yep.
at this. I like going into these things like not saying anything to anyone and then just like letting everything speak for itself. Scott's Jesus. Um, so that I can get a more accurate whatever. But
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways,
All right.
that's all. So until next time.
Bye.